The Feline's Secret Evaluation, How Your Cat Measures Your Character. Welcome back to Meowrange, your haven for all things fascinating and feline. Today we're peeling back the curtain on a truly astonishing aspect of your bond with your cat. Long before you're judged on the quality of their wet food, your cat is conducting a silent, secret test of your kindness, patience, and empathy. These hidden evaluations aren't obvious, but once you recognize them, you'll realize your feline friend has been analyzing your soul all along. Before we delve into this eye-opening topic, I have a small request for you and your cat's relationship. If you truly love uncovering the mysteries of your feline companion, please take a moment to subscribe and leave a comment. I personally read and reply to every single one, so share your cat's story below and I'll be there to answer. Now let's begin. The observant feline mind. Have you ever wondered about that intense, almost soul-scanning stare your cat gives you? Why are they sometimes a picture of complete trust and other times reserved and distant? These are not random behaviors. Cats are masters of subtle observation, and animal behavior scientists confirm they are perpetually analyzing us, deciding if we are safe, kind, and worthy of their devotion. It may be surprising, but cats are one of the few animals proven to read human emotional cues. Research, including a notable 2015 study in animal cognition, demonstrated that cats respond differently to images of their owners' faces showing happiness, anger, or sadness. They showed more approach behaviors when their owner smiled and more caution when the owner looked angry. This means your cat isn't just seeing your face. They are interpreting your emotional state and, in doing so, silently judging your character. Furthermore, cats are experts at reading your tone of voice. A soft tone attracts them. A harsh tone causes withdrawal. This isn't just a reaction to sound, it's a gauge of intent. As creatures evolved from both predator and prey, cats are hyper-attuned to detecting safety. What better way to gauge their giant housemate, you, than by testing your emotional responses under pressure? Think about the classic counter-climbing caper. Is it mere mischief or is it a test of your reaction? If you yell, they register volatility. If you gently redirect them, they profile you as patient and kind. Over time, these tiny repeated experiments build a profile in your cat's mind, culminating in their verdict. This person is safe. This person is good. Consistency over perfection. This doesn't mean your cat is a harsh grader. Cats don't operate on human concepts of good or bad, but they do categorize people as threat versus safety and trustworthy versus unpredictable. The beautiful truth is that cats don't expect perfection. They don't care if you forgot their favorite treat. They measure you by consistency, the reliable presence of patience, gentleness, and reliability over time. Reflect for a moment. Has your cat ever sought you out at your lowest point, when you were sad, stressed, or exhausted? This isn't coincidence. Studies suggest cats can detect emotional shifts and often adjust their behavior to comfort their owners. They know when you need them. And in their quiet way, they are also checking. Will you recognize and accept this comfort? I recall a story of an owner with severe anxiety whose cat would immediately come to sit purring on her chest during a panic attack. Untrained instinct. The owner realized the cat was testing her, too. If she accepted the comfort and calmed her breathing, the cat stayed. If she pushed the cat away, it left. The test was simple. A connection offered, and a wait to see if the human was open enough to receive it. Sometimes the test is less complex. When your cat drops and exposes their belly, it is one of the ultimate trust tests. In the wild, this is a position of utter vulnerability. They are silently asking, will you respect this trust? If you lunge for a rough rub, the trust may retract. If you respect the gesture with a gentle touch or simply leave them be, you pass this crucial silent exam. Every interaction, how you handle a scratch on the couch, an insistent nighttime meow, or their need for space, is data for their private evaluation. Even aloofness can be part of the test. They might ignore you to see if you respect their boundaries or force attention. The ultimate answer to what they seek is kindness, patience, and respect. Not perfection, just a steady, trustworthy presence. Little experiments, big verdicts. So, how do cats reveal the results of these secret tests? How can you know for sure that you've earned their trust? The answer is hidden in the most subtle of behaviors. Cats are constantly adapting based on what they learn from us. They are collecting data on your character. Let's look at a few of their little experiments. 1. The cautious approach. Your cat enters the room, pauses just out of reach, and observes. They are watching your reaction. Do you rush them? Or do you gently call them and let them set the pace? They are learning whether you honor their boundaries. The object drop. The infamous glass pushed off the table. It's annoying, but behavioral experts suggest this is often a test of your emotional baseline. Do you yell? Do you sigh and clean up calmly? Your reaction dictates their perception of your volatility. The test of indifference. Your cat turns their back or settles just out of reach, acting as if you don't exist. This rejection is often a test. Will you respect their space, or will you force affection? Passing this test by waiting for them to approach is registered as trustworthiness. The slow blink. As researchers at the University of Sussex confirmed, the slow blink is a social signal akin to a smile. When your cat offers this gentle, slow blink, it is an offering of profound trust. By returning it slowly, you affirm their belief in you and pass one of the clearest tests in the Feline handbook. Try it next time. It's a direct line to their trust. Think about how clever this is. Cats are not seeking grand gestures. They are looking for consistency through small, repeated experiments. In multi-person households, cats even rank humans based on who passes these tests most reliably. This explains why a cat might adore one family member and avoid another. The verdict is based on a history of tiny evaluations. The nighttime call, the meowing outside your bedroom, can also be a test of responsiveness. Do you respond with kindness or irritation? Your answer reveals your deeper character. Cats are social animals who crave stability, and they create scenarios to measure whether the humans who shape their environment are safe. The surprising science behind cat loyalty. Is your cat loyal, or are they just sticking around for the food? The Secure Base test, developed at Oregon State University in 2019, revealed that cats form attachment bonds with their owners strikingly similar to those between human infants and parents. When owners left and returned, securely attached cats quickly relaxed, confirming their human is a safe haven. Your cat isn't just relying on you. They depend on you emotionally. When your cat follows you from room to room, that is often a reflection of this secure attachment. You are their safe base. Even if they don't climb on your lap, their presence is an expression of trust. They notice how you react to their quiet companionship. Do you acknowledge them with a gentle word or ignore them completely? Every choice confirms or questions your character. Science also confirms that cats remember kindness. They form long-term memories linked to care, comfort during illness, protection during stress, and consistent gentleness. This is why loyalty strengthens over time. They are remembering who offered warmth during thunderstorms, who respected their space when they hid under the bed, and who stroked them gently when they were frightened. In other words, they're keeping score, but the currency is compassion. I want you to think back. Has your cat ever come to find you when you were upset? Maybe you were crying or stressed or simply sitting quietly, lost in thought. Did your cat approach you then? Perhaps curling up next to you or pressing their head against your hand? If so, that was no accident. Cats often sense changes in human emotional states, and when they choose to comfort you, it's a sign of deep attachment. But here's the hidden test. How did you respond? Did you accept their comfort, or did you push them away? Your reaction once again tells them who you are. Please share these moments in the comments because they are some of the most moving parts of being a cat parent. And yes, I will read and reply to them because your stories make this community come alive. Now let's talk about absence. Cats notice when you leave, but they also notice how you leave. If you leave calmly reassuring them, they register security. If you storm out in frustration, they notice that too. Over time, these small departures and returns become another layer of the test. Do you consistently come back with warmth? Do you bring stability? If yes, your cat quietly files you under safe base. What's amazing is that cats don't need grand gestures. They don't need daily declarations of love. What they crave is consistency, a gentle tone, a reliable presence, respect for their boundaries. These simple behaviors add up to loyalty in their eyes. And once you've passed enough of these small tests, your cat offers something rare, the kind of devotion that is invisible to the world but undeniable in your home. And here's something most people overlook. Cats are incredibly observant of gestures, not words. You can say, "I love you 100 times," but if your actions don't match, they'll know. Conversely, you can stay silent, but if you always respond with patience and kindness, they'll sense it. Cats evaluate character through action, not intention. And in that way, they may see the truth of us more clearly than other humans ever could. This is why many people say cats choose their person. It's not about chance. It's about evaluation. They test, they observe, they remember. And when they decide, it's because you've proven yourself through 1,000 small moments. So how do you know when your cat has made that decision? How do you know when you've passed their secret tests and earned their loyalty? The signs are subtle but unmistakable. They follow you. They blink at you. They greet you at the door. They curl up beside you at night. Each of these is their way of saying, "You are my person. I trust you. I choose you." But perhaps the most touching proof of loyalty comes in the smallest of gestures, the moments when your cat exposes their vulnerability, not for anyone else, but for you alone. And it's in those moments of vulnerability, so quiet you might miss them, that your cat finally reveals the truth of whether you've passed their secret test. The final verdict. How they say, "You passed." By now you've learned that your cat is quietly observing, testing, and evaluating you through countless subtle interactions. But the big question remains, how do they deliver the verdict? How do you know beyond any doubt that your cat has decided you've passed their secret test? The truth is revealed not in grand displays, but in the tiniest, most intimate gestures. Cats don't hand out certificates. They don't give speeches. Instead, they show you their verdict in ways so subtle that you might overlook them, unless you know what to watch for. One of the clearest signs is when your cat chooses to sleep on you. In the animal kingdom, sleep is the ultimate vulnerability. To rest deeply, a cat must feel completely safe. If your cat curls up on your chest, your lap, or even your feet at night, they're telling you something profound. "You are my safe place. I trust you to guard me while I dream." That isn't just affection. That's a declaration of loyalty. Another powerful indicator is when your cat shows you their belly. Now, we know not every belly display is an invitation to rub. It often isn't. But the very act of rolling over, exposing that delicate underside, is a massive act of trust. Your cat is saying, "I believe you won't harm me when I'm at my weakest." If you respect that gesture, sometimes by not touching at all, you've passed a critical part of the test. But the verdict isn't always about vulnerability. Sometimes it's about generosity. Cats that truly accept you as a good person may bring you gifts. Whether it's a favorite toy dropped at your feet, or in the case of outdoor cats, a freshly caught present, this behavior is not random. In their world, sharing resources is a sign of trust and bonding. By giving something to you, they're acknowledging you as part of their inner circle. It may not always be pleasant, but it's one of the clearest signs that you've passed their secret evaluation. And then, of course, there's the slow blink. We've mentioned it before, but now you can see it for what it truly is. A final verdict, a seal of approval. When your cat looks at you and closes their eyes slowly, they are in effect saying, "I am safe with you. I don't need to watch you anymore because I know you won't hurt me." It's one of the most intimate compliments a cat can give. Try returning it. It deepens the bond in ways words never could. Now here's something beautiful. Cats often reveal their verdict at moments when you least expect it. Maybe you've had a stressful day, your energy is low, and you collapse onto the couch. Out of nowhere, your cat hops up, kneads your lap, and settles in with a purr. In that quiet moment without fanfare, your cat has just told you, "You passed. I choose you." And it doesn't matter if you're not perfect. Maybe sometimes you get frustrated. Maybe sometimes you're busy. What matters is that over time, you've shown patience, kindness, and respect. Cats don't demand perfection. They crave authenticity. They want to know who you are when no one else is looking. And if the answer is consistent gentleness, you've earned their trust forever. I want you to think of your own cat right now. Have they ever brought you a toy? Do they follow you from room to room? Have they curled up on your chest, purring so deeply that you could feel their little body vibrate against yours? These aren't just sweet habits. They are verdicts. They are your cat's way of saying, "Yes, you are good. Yes, you are mine. Yes, I trust you." And please, share these moments in the comments. Tell me about the time your cat gave you the slow blink or the day they surprised you by sleeping beside you for the very first time. I'll read your story and I'll reply because this isn't just about my words. It's about building a community of cat lovers who see and understand the secret language of trust. But what about the opposite? How do cats show you when you're not passing their test? It's subtle but important. They may keep their distance, avoid eye contact, or retreat under the bed. They may stiffen when touched or refuse to approach altogether. This doesn't mean they've given up on you. It means they're still gathering data. They're still waiting for proof. And the good news, with patience, respect, and consistency, you can change their verdict. Cats are forgiving when given time and gentle care. That's the beauty of this secret test. It's not a one-time pass or fail. It's ongoing. Every day, every interaction, your cat updates their profile of who you are. And every day you have another chance to show them that you are worthy of their trust. And maybe that's the most powerful message of all. Because when a cat chooses you, it isn't out of obligation, it isn't out of habit, it isn't even out of survival. It's a conscious decision based on months, sometimes years of observation. When they finally curl up in your arms, when they finally press their head against your hand, when they finally give you that slow blink of love, they are telling you something no one else can. You passed the test. You are good. So if your cat has already done these things, if they've trusted you with their sleep, their belly, their gifts, or their gaze, then congratulations. You've already earned one of the rarest honors in the world, the approval of a cat. And if you felt that magical moment when your cat finally trusted you, I invite you to stay with us here at Meowrange. Subscribe to the channel, not for numbers, but to keep deepening the bond with your feline friend. Every like, every comment, every shared story brings us closer as a community of cat lovers who celebrate the beauty of these quiet connections. Because in the end, maybe your cat already knew you were a good person long before you ever asked the question.